Ladies and gentlemen, shooting this is Mike Schaefer. He is the guy who turns a wrench and does so much for people in the Beaver Valley. And he has been there for your Pratte Pack many times. And you know, we're going to try to come here from time to time and talk about service and keeping your car on the road and doing things the right way. And you know, with the seasons changing, there's a number of things that you have to do to get your car ready for the fall. This is a gentleman by the name of Ray Derrick. You may know that name, Derrick Funeral Home, legendary in Beaver County, part of his family. But this is one person that's still standing, okay? I don't need their services. All right, AAA Central, you know, I do that show every week, and they're right over there in Rochester, and they, of course, do wonderful things for people that need to stay on the road, too. That's why you need to get that membership. And some of these suggestions are courtesy of AAA East Central, but a lot of them I just kind of put together today doing a little bit of homework. So we're going to begin with checking brakes and tires. You know, road conditions and weather changing at any second heading into the fall. You gotta have great brakes, and of course, Duralast is what they have here. That's the official brake of NASCAR, but they can handle whatever you need, folks, because as they like to say, we do everything. All right. So talk to me about brakes and why they're essential going into the fall.
Especially in the fall months, are very important because of most road conditions and construction and weather changing. If you have wore-out brakes or pulsating rotors or insufficient stopping power, you could find yourself in a hazardous situation, especially in the winter months and fall months.
All right, reason I was here earlier today getting an inspection done, and what you need to do on your own, you need to walk around the perimeter of your vehicle and you got to check your lights, your headlights, your parking lights, your tail lights, especially because it starts getting darker earlier at night, right?
Absolutely. Visibility in the terrible rain and snow, and, you know, you have to be seen as well as see where you're going. So, very important.
And by the way, for you muscle car heads and you people that like motors, V8s, those Chevy small blocks, all those great engines, coming up in New Brighton, right out in front of the Brighton Hot Dog Shop, all the way down there on their Main Street, 3rd Avenue. Guess what they're going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's their annual fall car cruise. September 16th here in Beaver, it's their wine festival. So a lot of exciting things happening. You can always stay plugged in with Beaver County Tourism to find out what's happening in your neighborhood. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the weather changing at any times. And why you have to be very, very good about this when it comes to making sure you've got good wipers, because wipers are meant to clean the entire windshield, correct?
Correct. And quickly, within 1 or 2 swipes of the windshield. You know, in Western Pennsylvania, unfortunately, we go from 80 degrees to possibly freezing in 2 weeks. So, you know, you could have ice and it could rip and tear a dry rotted wiper blade. So you want to keep an eye on that, especially the rear wiper blades. You won't believe how important it is to see behind you when you're switching lanes and stuff. So yeah, very important for your glazing and windshield to be clean and quickly.
Ray Derrick, Mike Schaefer, we're at Schaefer's Service in Beaver. Now it's time to talk about your heater and defroster. Forget about everything else. If you can't heat it up when you are going to work in the morning and it's below zero, you're not going anywhere.
No, very important to make sure your coolant system is flushed and working properly, and the rear defroster is working properly. I would say if the car doesn't warm up in 15 minutes, there's something wrong. So I would get that checked for sure.
AAA.com to find out more. AAA East Central, they do all of this stuff for you every single day. Meantime, under the hood, you were talking about cooling systems. Let's also talk about things you need to do, like squeezing hoses, because if they're cracked, they're leaking, there's your problem. Other loose clamps possibly you have to look at. A good oil change, and also an air filter, very essential, right?
Very correct. And with the temperature changes as well, these the hoses are rubber, and they're more affected by heat and cold temperatures. You could actually have premature cracking in our area versus other areas, you know.
All right, this is one from AAA Central. Check cooling system, especially in the overflow tank when the engine is cold. Now, if it is low, you got to add this 50-50 solution of water and coolant. What this does, it allows the antifreeze to work.
Correct.
You like that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Good. Hanging out with Mike long enough, I better know how to do something, right, besides put gas in the thing. Check fluids, brakes, transmission, power steering, washer fluid. Talk about why all of that is important.
Well, all the fluids are essential. It's like the blood of your body, you know. Without fluid, proper fluid in your power steering system, you won't be able to react to things you need to on the road quick enough. Washer fluid, obviously, to clean the windshield. Same thing we were talking about earlier with the windshield being properly cleaned quick enough, especially in our quick changing weather conditions. Yeah, I mean, I think that it would be a good idea, probably, you know, every 3 to 4 months to get your car looked at and checked.
That's what you get when you got a guy like Mike in town who really does whatever he needs to do to take care of the customer. Clientele always first. And here's something that may seem a little trivial. but a clean and detailed car heading into the winter is a good thing because when it's clean, it's easier to detect for a problem. Schaefer's Service, Ray Derrick, Mike Schaefer. Don't forget the car cruise in New Brighton this Saturday. We'll see you later tonight as we just keep rolling, folks. We'll be at Shadow Lakes. We're going to talk to Bernie Vukovic, who happens to be from Beaver, about the big Galeni Golovkin, of course, Canelo Alvarez fight, and Butch Santacola, longtime spokesperson for the PSEA, public school teachers and public school systems, and what they're facing, some tough times in 2017. All of that tonight with your Pratte Pack. Good afternoon.
Thank you.